what does it mean when I'm not the enjoyer? You see? That everything is for the pleasure of Krishna. That we will discuss. What does it mean in practical terms of rules and regulation? So, if I'm not the enjoyer, everything's for the service of the Lord, then what is the difference between a brahmachari and a grihastha? You see? What is the difference? One has the license for something and the other one doesn't. What is that one thing that the householder has a license for and the brahmachari doesn't have a license for? Sex. You see? That's the difference. Householder life is a license for sex. Now, if the principle of spiritual or enlightened household life is I am not the enjoyer, but I'm simply the servant. This applies to me and to my wife also. The whole family should think everything should be for the service of Krishna, not for my sense enjoyment. Then what position does that put sex in, you see? Does that make sex something for entertainment? Something for relieving tension from a day at the office? Or something like that? No. Sex is now, instead of something for enjoyment, sex is something to be used in the service of the Lord. So how can sex be used in the service of the Lord? Sex may be used in the service of the Lord by using it for its purpose, producing saintly children. You see. So this is the dividing line between grihastha and grihamedi, you see, in terms of practical things. The grihastha, the Krishna conscious householder, will use sex for procreation, but not for recreation, not for enjoyment. For procreation and not for recreation. This is what got the man very disturbed the other night in Kuala Lumpur. Because he thought, as a married man, he has a license to use sex for recreation. Now, in the material society, that's true. At every Christian church, in practically every Hindu temple, this is differentiates ISKCON from Hindu temples, from Muslim mosques, from Jewish synagogues. You see, in every other, all in the common religious practice of today, this is unheard of, what Prabhupada is teaching you. I'm not giving you what I say, I'm giving you what Prabhupada says. And I'm going to read the instructions from Prabhupada himself. This makes us different. Even Gaudiya Vaishnavas practicing in India today and other outside of ISKCON, they don't follow this principle. They don't. This is what makes Prabhupada's teachings very unique. Because he's teaching his householders, disciples, how to become Paramahamsa, even while they're married, fully liberated souls, you see. So we'll look at some of the actual practical instructions in this connection. You may say, but that doesn't sound right. It seems like the householder shouldn't have to be under the same strict rules like a sannyasi or a brahmachari. I mean, householder life means that you'll enjoy your senses. Why there should be some restriction? That I can only use it for procreation. But consider this verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 12, text number 11. Etat sarvam Kihattasya samannantam yaterapi guruvritir vikalpena grihastas yartu gamina. All the rules and regulations apply equally to the householder and the sannyasi, the member of the renounced order of life. The grihastha, however, is given permission by the spiritual master to indulge in sex during the period favorable for procreation. Here is Srila Prabhupada's purport to that verse. If you want to write that down, that's 7, 12, 11, Bhagavatam. It is sometimes misunderstood that a grihastha householder is permitted to indulge in sex at any time. This is wrong conception of grihastha life. In spiritual life, whether one is a grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, or brahmachari, everyone is under the control of the spiritual master. Now remember, this is for initiated devotees. If you're not If you're just coming as a member of our temple, you don't have to follow this. This is for those who've taken initiation and accepted a Guru Maharaj. Again, don't misunderstand that everybody who comes to the temple, now we're not saying everyone has to do this. This is for those who are very serious, who want to get out of the cycle of birth and death, who've taken a spiritual master. This is the principle for those devotees, the initiates. For brahmacharis and sannyasis, there are strong restrictions on sexual indulgence. Similarly, there are strong restrictions for grihasthas. Grihasthas should indulge in sex life only in accordance with the order of the Guru. Therefore, it is mentioned here that one must follow the orders of the spiritual master. Guru vritir vikalpena. When the spiritual master orders, the grihastha may accept sex life. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7:11. Dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamosmi. Indulgence in sex life without disobedience to the rules, religious rules and regulations, constitutes a religious principle. The grihastha is allowed to indulge in sex during the period favorable for procreation and in accordance with the spiritual master's order. The spiritual master's orders allow grihastha to engage in sex at that particular time, then the grihastha may do so. Otherwise, if the spiritual master orders against it, the grihastha should abstain.